Hi, thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. I just fished the inlet creek into South Lake in the back. Now I'm gonna go try the lake. And I'm gonna start out with about an 8-foot leader and a woolly bugger. I got a jig on this rod, but I'm probably gonna switch it over to a Rapala eventually. And see if we can't pick up some browns. That looks as good of a place as any to start. And I'm just gonna go down there and see if I can catch some fish, anything. So let's head down and give it a shot. I'm into the action, but man, I gotta tell you, I'm getting real tired of crawling around. I'm just, and I probably already scared everything away because I tried to get too close. But I'm just getting so tired of crawling. So I'm gonna see if there's something big in this current. That looks really good. Whew. Well, something hit it. One came up. That was my chance. All right, I'm gonna go further down the line up here. And this stuff is wet. I can't get on my knees in this stuff. This stuff is gross. And my line's all out all over the place. Ugh. There we go. Dropped it right in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. He wasn't wasting any time on that one, boy. Woo. And this is whoa. This is slippery is what it is. Nice rainbow. And these all look like they're... That's a good rainbow right there. This stuff is horrible to walk on, this mud or clay or whatever it is. And whew, there's fish here. There's fish here and they're game. And now that I caught a rainbow, a brown, and a brook within 2 hours, I should go drive to Odell Lake and see if I can get something. There we go. There we go. Woo! There's some inlet action. And every time I go down to this water, it's like I'm gonna fall in though. And it looks like, whoa, looks like we got some rainbows stacked up in here. Whoa, this is so slippery. All right, buddy, get in the net. Get my hand wet on the net. I don't want to fall in this muck. Another nice rainbow, and these don't look like planters. They look like they're affiliated with this creek. There he goes. I mean, there's fish here. And there's this scum on top of the water, this pollen or something, and it's giving me the cover that I need. As long as I don't slip down this mud. There we go. There we go. There might not be big fish, but there's fish. And it looks like they're rainbows. Oh man. I just wish it was easier to get down here. Let's get him back in the water. Ooh, there he goes. It's just really hard to fish here because it's so slippery. I mean, this stuff is like, you're ready to go in the water, and I do not want to go in the water. I'm letting it sink now because this woolly bugger's got a bead head on it. try the end of the current. And that bald eagle's still up there. He sees me catching fish, so I'm not embarrassed anymore. I was ashamed of myself. I tried to catch a fish when there's two bald eagles right above me, and they both just looked at me as I caught nothing. This stuff is absolute crap to walk on, and it's a long way till I find some rocks. So you may see me fall in yet. I don't know what I was thinking. I just sank up to my knees. Man, that sucked. Just got one on a Rapala, but I don't know if I want to go down to that water. I just sank up to my knees in something very similar to this. Ah. Oh, it's a nice brookie. At least I can get my hand wet. And there he is. It's a nice brook trout. Can't shake a stick at him. Go on back out there, buddy. There he goes. Boom. He's just darting out. I mean, there's fish here. It's just, it's so hard to stand, and when you're not slipping, you're sinking. And I've already got mud up to my knees, so I'm going to fish for about another hour, and I got to go get some dry clothes on. It's going to be 30 degrees tonight. All right, I put a bead head on, and I let it sink out there, and this guy was game. There he is. Ah, here he comes. Come on, buddy. Look at the colors on this boy. That's a beautiful brown. Check him out. Nice fish. Get on back out there, buddy. There he goes. Right back out there. And I let that bead head sink, and then I just started hard stripping it. And that fish was game. You know, there's a little bit of wind. It's kind of a pain, but I threw that thing out. I let it sink a little, and then he just came up and nailed it. And I can't see what's going on. I'm just watching my line. When my line goes, I go. Spot looks kind of nice. There's a fallen tree out there. I got to watch out for that. But there's sand. And sand is a lot easier to stand on. Sand is a lot easier to stand on than that mud. What do you got here? Got a brookie. Whew. I just let that one sink. I actually got some gravel under my feet this time. There we go. Beautiful little brook trout. And that time I just let the fly sink, man. And then he was just there. I gave it a tug and he was just on it. I didn't see anything. Usually I'd try to spot something, but I'm just throwing it out. This sand is kind of nice, but I'm gonna start heading back. I gotta get some dry clothes on. I'm all wet. Because sometimes the brookies they're hanging out a little deeper. So in that bead head, I'm just using one of those pheasant tail. Oop, there we go. Oh, that was a big fish, man. That was a big fish. Darn it. Darn it. That was a good one. And you know it's not biting again. I mean, I can throw it out there and wish for as much as I want. It ain't biting again. Here's a little Rapala action. I'm just 1-2ing it with that, and this is really slippery down here. There we go. Little brown. Ooh. That was little, whatever that was. Something small. They're attacking it. It's getting late. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there's browns in here, and they're chilling. There we go. Nice brown. Colorful guy. Whew. There he goes. And this is a good spot, man. Oh, there's a lot of fish hitting now. There we go. I mean, it's a frenzy out there. I'm throwing this throwing this Rapala out, and it's just like, it's on. Maybe I'll throw that bead head. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. And it is Rapala action. It's evening, and these colorful browns are on the menu. And look at the colors on these fish, are just beautiful. There we go. Man, they are schooling. There we go. There we go. That's a better fish. It's not huge, but it's a better fish. Come on. No, it's not. It's not a better fish. It's the same fish. I thought it was a better fish. Little bit. Nice brown. Nice brown trout. Thought it was a better fish. Not a better fish. A little bit fatter. But man, there's a lot of browns here. So this is one of those situations where it's like, man, is there just going to be one big one that's going to come through, or what's going on? What can I count on here? Trying to catch something big. There we go. I'm not making any claims this time. Oh man, these browns are really pretty. Look at the spots on that brown. And with this net, it's really easy to get your hand wet for the fish. There he goes. And all you got to do is just, grab the bottom and you're good. Because I don't want to get any closer to this water. Let's walk back over here and make a couple more casts. I'm just sinking in this crap. I'm hoping I can just wash my boots off in that water. There we go. There we go. There's a lot of fish at this inlet. I mean, it's a sloppy mess back here, but there's a nice brown little guy. Get on back out there. There he goes. Woo! These fish are really, really active right now, and they're just, I mean, they're feeding. And there's a lot of them out there. And I can see them flashing and trying to get it. Let's see what we got here. This floating Rapala has just been money. Wasn't that good earlier, but now that it's getting darker, they're starting to really hit this thing, man. I mean, I'm getting hits on every cast. There we go. He hit that thing right on the surface. That thing hit the surface. And this is a good one. These fish are really aggressive. Woo! There he is. Let's get him in here. And I'm getting a lot of these guys on that bottom hook, which is nice. He's barely hooked because of the way that I jerk it. There's a nice brown for you. I mean, there just seems to be so many fish out in this area out here that, and my reel's coming apart on me, that is just one fish after another. All right, come on, buddy. Get on in there. Yep, and he got the top hook this time, but he's barely hooked. And I get my hand wet on the net. There we go, another nice brown. And Rapalas are one of my favorite lures for trout, especially when I'm fishing in a lake around sundown and it's getting late in the day and there's just fish here. I'm just standing in one spot catching all of these fish. And there we go. And it's just one after another. Woo! Woo! Ah. There's another nice brown. And it just doesn't look like anyone fishes back here. And people see this lake and it's so low and it's like, oh, it's a drag. I see a lake like this and I'm thinking, let's go get back there and get some of that action, man. Oh, oh, there we go. Woo! Woo! I mean, it's every cast. It's a fish a cast. There we go. Nice, beautiful fish. Back out there. There we go. There we go. Woo! Woo! And my reel's having some serious issues, struggling to reel. I gotta get some oil in this thing when I get home. I got all this mud. Ugh. There we go. Another nice brown, beautiful fish. I mean, I want to fish with my fly rod, but what's the point? There we go. Oh. I'm just not getting anything big. It's my only grievance. Ah. Sometimes the little ones, they just shake it a little bit. I wasn't gonna even bother showing this guy because I've caught so many, but it just got such cool colors. Look at the colors, look at that orange belly, that yellow belly, and the red on the back of his fins. Real pretty. There he goes. And the bite is slowed down. They're not just attacking it the second it hits the water like they were, but I'm having some serious reel issues. My reel is going, it's not making a good sound, like metal on metal. There we go. Oh, there he is. You can hear my reel isn't exactly functioning good. I mean, there's just so many browns in here. And they are just on this Rapala like crazy. They're just not very big. I mean, they're not tiny. It's a decent brown. There he goes. Woo! One more cast. One more for the road. And that's gonna do it, man. My reel's barely working. I have to do something with that tomorrow. I got my other reel, but it's got 8-pound test on. I was gonna troll with it. I'm washing my boots off in this running water. I didn't get too much water in them, but my socks are wet. I gotta change everything. Well, I didn't get to go where I was planning on going. The hike up to Blue Lake above Sabrina. I wasn't able to show you that, but I was able to give you some action. The lake is this area in the back of South Lake, man. There's a lot of fish back here. And that creek is really tough to fish when it's when there's more water in it. When the runoff is going, it's probably a lot better. But that area where I was up there is underwater when the lake is full. But it was just like this when I fished it last time. There was a little bit more water, and I remembered there were some nice browns in there. But there's some nice brooks in there. Well, down here in this inlet, I mean, it was wide open. I didn't even fish that much shoreline. I caught all this fish in a pretty small area. This right here was a rookie maneuver. I was looking to where I wanted to go and not where I was stepping, and walked into a liquefaction quicksand trap. I sank up to my knees. I was gonna turn the camera on so you can see me struggling to get out, but you know, I decided I need to get out of this before I sink up to my waist, because I got my wallet and my phone in my pocket. So I hope you enjoyed my day in the back of South Lake. It wasn't what I planned to do, but it was a lot of fun, man. And all I can say is thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.